Hey guys, I hope that you're doing fantastic. So it's like 1:29 in the morning time. I cannot sleep. I've been laying in my bed. I don't know when you're catching this video, but I've been laying in my bed just literally. My spirit has been wrestling. I'm always at peace in my spirit, but when something's going through my spirit for any given reason, obviously the spirit's trying to speak about something. Give me just a second here. I really want to light a if you're new, I just get on my channel. Sometimes I just chit chat. So if you're in my home, I'd just be taking my time, just like I am now. But anyway, I want to light an incense. And just be patient with me because I'm tired at the same time. I do know what I'm talking about. I'm just still tired. My brain's trying to kick in and wind down at the same time. I don't know how to explain that. I was laying there in my bed and I began to see a person. It was a masculine energy. We'll just call him the Emperor because really that's kind of who I was seeing, was the Emperor. This person that I began to see in my spirit as I laid there was going back and forth with another person. And we know that the Emperor represents somebody who is a person that gets up in wars, right? Today I did a reading, and on that reading in the now, we had the World card and the Five of Wands. And there was another card underneath that, but I clarified that row, and the World card and the Five of Wands came out in another deck, so it came out twice. And it was as if when I was laying there, that energy was coming up as it confirmed itself that something was over in the now, but what was hidden when we were clarifying what was hidden in the now was those two same cards. The ending is over, but somebody continues to still fight, but it's over. And Jehovah showed me why the fight is still going on. It is because oftentimes we get the energies of somebody that's played both sides. And tonight I did another reading before I tried to lay it back down, and it was about the ex, and I lost it. I know that you all understand that I feel energy and stuff like that. I get righteously angry at people thinking that they got put their attention on you and they still have some kind of hold on you, and the ex is a freaking ex. But you've had somebody, we'll just call it the X factor type energy, still thinks they got entitlement. The entitlement card actually came out. But what's happened is you have somebody who's literally played both sides. And even though there's been a completion, they've played both sides and they feel like they're entitled because, well, they didn't really have a side. So either side that closed out or won, well, they feel entitled to it because, well, I played that side. But if it would have been this side, well, they would have been feeling like, well, I'm entitled because I played that side too. And this was the energy that was going through my spirit and what I was seeing literally going on. And but the X is the X. I don't care what side, who played what on, it's over. And the person, if there's any kind of competition, the competition should be the choice of the person that they're competing for. And if the X is there and didn't want something before, then they're already automatically out. I don't care what side they played. The Emperor represents the head, the brain, the eyes area, the head. Looking at that in the living language, that's the Dalit. That's the weak and the poor and the dangling of the head and the in and the out, going in and out of the door. But if somebody's playing both sides and they're always constantly in and out and out and in and then they're dangling their head because they have to play both sides, they've literally lost their mind and they become of two minds. And the scripture states that somebody is of two minds, is unstable in all their ways. That's why there's still warring going on, and you never can win if you don't have peace. And this energy within my spirit as I laid there, it was like a turmoil in somebody's. They played their self to no end. This person, whoever the energy field that I am connected with, they played their self to just no end. And they're holding everybody up. We often get, the stalemate card looks like an X, right? And that's a 2. That's 2 sides of something. And the 2 of swords is mind space. And that's why people are crossway. They don't know how to learn how to just release something and let Jehovah work it out. But they've held on and held on and held on. And even though now something's been completed and over, because they played both sides of a thing, they're still holding everybody up because of that. And it's craziness to me. The person just literally, whoever this is, they've literally just ever living lost their freaking mind. I want to just pull some cards here and just see what Jehovah will bring out. And hopefully I'll be able to release and then lay down and go to bed, but this energy would not leave me alone. And it's frustrating to me because it's affecting, it had, the world card was there twice. It's affecting, and if we want to look at the world, and we got many people in the world like this, it's affecting the whole world then. Twice over, or 2 worlds. Today, in my first reading, we had energies of crossing from one space to a next, and from one dimension to the other dimension, and somebody's trying to hang on to that and not release to go where they're supposed to go. Regardless what that is and where that place is for that person played 2 sides, and you can't play 2 sides and still say you're in the truth, because it don't work that way. It just don't work that way. You either are walking in the truth, and everything you do is about the truth, and you speak the truth, and you're kind, and you walk in love, and acknowledge the divine, because the truth is His word, it's His commandment. And playing over here, and then sometimes doing this over here, and then sometimes doing over here, that's devilish energy. And that eventually, that's why the flood's got to come in, just make somebody just freaking get out of the freaking way, because you're just a nuisance, and you just holding people up in one space, and we got bigger and better places things to do, and it's going to come and it's going to thrust somebody loose. And I'm speaking spiritually and energetically. Okay, but it is in this realm, in this dimension, it is literally holding people up even in a physical sense, because we have free will, and people have already went through their relationships and broke things away. There's still something energetically there that's got to give, man. It's just got to give. And people like me and like you, I'm sure, some people can really pick up a really big time spiritual, I guess I could call it energy fields, is what's coming out in my spirit. And it sucks sometimes for people like us. And I need you to stop. Seriously, I mean, I know this is my work and stuff, but people that are hanging on because of other people being a part of a collective and a soul group, you are affecting the rest of your soul group, because the world was there twice. Time to pass over now and come up higher, people. It really is. It really, really is. I just want to pull some cards here. Jehovah, I just thank you that you know everything, and you revealed that in such a profound way on purpose. And I thank you for that. So, release. Cause them to release. Thank you. Give me just a second. So this is the truth. It is the truth, because exactly what I was just saying, why he was bringing that out, it needs to be released, people. The mind needs to be released. And this is an ace. This is not the 2. This is the ace, like I was just saying. This is being clear and precise and cutting something away, if I can talk, with the truth. And flying away and being free here. There's wings to just be free. It says there's brilliant new ideas and inspirations when you cut something away. When you just say, screw it. Because even the person that played both sides, and the world completion's over, and now they're fighting because, well, I played this side and I played this side, but so now I don't know what side, and it's over, and so now what happens to me? Deep down that person's soul, they do know what the right thing to do. They do. They're acting in fear, and the whole head is sick because of it. And oftentimes we've gotten somebody with a mental problem. Well, that's why. That's why, because they're wishy-washy all the freaking time. That's why their relationships don't freaking work out either. Because they won't look in the mirror. They want it all. That's called greed. Then we see a lot of the greed card. They want both sides. I want all of it, and you can't have all of it. You can't. You'll never have all of it. You're not allowed to have all of it. Wasn't set up for you to have all of it. And it's over, and you lost because you chose both sides. So both sides for you is a lose. You're out. And that's the answer. And until people get up and energetically even speak that against the other party, it's still going to hold people up energetically there in that place, because people do know who it is that's holding the thing up, because it's affecting a lot of people. It's affecting a lot of people. And so this is seeing the truth of the situation, even though it's a challenging beginning. Because look, it's a sword, people. I'm hearing a energetic, spiritual surgery is here. Spiritually. It's brain surgery. It's a brain surgery that's got to take place in somebody's mind. Okay? Well, you could make it up if you wanted to. The magician. This is the surgeon here, who has every single thing and is complete with all of the elements within, at its highest vibration, in the truth, not the manipulation, but in the truth. Because he holds a sword, he holds a wand, he holds a pentacle, he holds a cup, and he's balanced here. I think I'm just going to leave this here, and that's enough information for somebody to get a clue what they need to do energetically, spiritually, emotionally, and the person who will not let go. It's the other party's duty to be the physician and heal thyself energetically and spiritually, and get up in warfare like I had to do today. And I said today on one of those videos that I got up and I was singing on, and I stated that I was energetically warfaring in the spirit. And the general reading, the first reading that we had this morning, Jehovah kept bringing out the doorway and passing through, and then he gave pictures there to confirm what he said. And today, as I begin to warfare in a very fierce way, and command that thing, you are and you will let go right here, right now. I mean, I was very fierce in the way I was just, I was singing, I was clapping my hands, I was dancing around, I was doing anything energetically to get that thing to just freaking let you go right now. Kind of an energy that had to be fierce. It's almost like somebody being rushed to the hospital, because if you don't get this brain surgery fixed, then the head's going to just make the whole thing just nasty. It's a mess. Whatever's at the top of the head's going to trickle down, and one person's, a little leaveneth the whole lump. But that thing's got to be cut off. It's got to. This person or this thing or this group that is all in that energetic field, it's got to be cut away, people. It's got to be. The divine is needing the good people of truth that are balanced to get up in warfare against this thing. So I energetically, as I was warfaring against that negative, nasty energy. I just, it came to my mind about that reading that I did, and I just said out loud, I'm fixing to walk through this door space here. And when I do, I receive that I'm coming up higher and I'm going to the next dimension. And every single time, right now I declare and decree that every single time that I walk through this door space, I will just continue to go up and up and up. And I will defeat this enemy every single time I pass through that. But that ain't going to work for the enemy who's trying to do that, because that word was for the upright. Jehovah gives us words here for us to win, not the wicked. They don't get to play both sides. It's not going to work for them. It's not, because it's been declared and decreed, because they're not balanced in their mind. It won't work for them. Anyway, I feel a release now. Maybe hopefully I can go to bed. But this is what's been going on spiritually, and that's exactly where the war is coming from the person who played both sides, and they feel like they have an entitlement because they played both sides, and the world is over. The world card completion of whatever the thing is, they feel like they're entitled because they played both sides, and they're frantic because they don't know which side to pick to release. And so you and I got to release them, and wherever they end up, I guess they end up, they don't want to pay, they don't want to look in the mirror and face the truth. It's their own fault for doing what they did, okay? Because they don't get to hold you and I up spiritually and energetically, because I'm feeling that crap, and it's gonna stop, okay? All right. So anyway, I bless you all, and until the next video, I'll see you on a general read. Shalom.